Welcome, everybody, to the first webinar in 2025. Best wishes and a good production to all of you. Again, today we have Ivan Pozdnyakov, our technical expert, who will guide us through the dangers of growing Catharanthus roseus, the means to protect your crop, and he will zoom in on our non-resistant varieties. Ivan, floor is yours.
Thank you, Michael, and I would like to welcome all who are able to join our webinar today. And of course, we start in general to talk about the plant protection of Catharanthus, and of course, we mentioned a little bit our fantastic assortment again. And because I would like to explain what mean XDR and non-XDR genetic, because it's a key for the production, and XDR genetic also can be beneficial in maybe sometime some growers can put it in out of scope. That's why I would like to recall about our fantastic genetic. We have in general already six varieties, six series of Catharanthus or Vinca. We have two XDR series. XDR means extra disease resistant, and XDR genetics provide better protection of the Catharanthus against the Phytophthora, aerial Phytophthora or Phytophthora nicotiana. And XDR genetic is one of the perfect tool if you would like to protect your plant in a landscaping or in a production against the Phytophthora. Again, but we also have fantastic assortment of non-XDR genetic. Here I would like to make a focus on the non-XDR genetic. There are four varieties included there: Sandstorm, Blockbuster, Cobra, and Sun Jewel. Most of that plant, except most of that series, except of Blockbuster, mostly suitable for small pot and trace production. But Blockbuster, it's so fantastically large and with a larger flowers, so it able to produce it and it able to apply it in the big patio pots like 30 or 40 centimeters pots. And let's go to show what is a specific of this non-XDR genetic. Of course, non-XDR genetic hasn't genetically protection from the Phytophthora, but F1 hybrids more resistant because of their stronger biology against other diseases. Some kind of diseases also can be dangerous, like televiopsis, because the Catharanthus in general biologically sensitive not only against the Phytophthora, but as because Catharanthus, it is a very nice, a very bright crop to make a landscaping. We have to know how to protect our plants against so much and so strong diseases. And of course, you can find information in about this XDR and non-XDR genetic in our catalogs. You can find Syngenta flower catalog by this link, and Floranova catalog by this link, and where you can search and can browse some new and some specific information about our genetic of Catharanthus. And let's go to talk about non-XDR genetic. Again, non-XDR genetic contains Blockbuster, Sandstorm, Cobra, and Sun Jewel. Blockbuster is made to say outstanding series because it quite large plant with a bigger flowers than others, and it has very nice outdoor performance. Mostly the similar like XDR genetic, but of course as XDR is better. And Blockbuster already has a very wide range. You can find very different colors and different color patterns in this series. It has already 15 colors and two mixes. And Sandstorm and other varieties, Cobra and Sun Jewel, are suitable for a little bit smaller pots, like 15 from 10 up to 15 centimeters pots. And of course, it's suitable for very intensive production. It is a very effective crop because you can plant a lot of plants, more plants per 1 square meter. And Sandstorm has a 10 varieties with the 2 mixes. Cobra, it is also can be used as a pot plant, as a patio pot plant. It has 13 colors, and Cobra is a supplemental assortment to Blockbuster. And so that's why I displayed here Cora in the pots. And San Joel, it is also nice varieties. It can use as a supplemental assortment to Sunstorm. It has 8 colors. Some colors are unique for this series, and it has also one mix. And let's go to talk about what is a how to handle non-XDR genetic. Of course, as the XDR genetically protected from Phytophthora, and by the way, Cora XDR protected more against more than 30 strains of Phytophthora. It's fantastic number because no other competitors has the same. They can claimed as a just only claimed as a genetically resistant against the Phytophthora, but only Cora independently the resistance independently confirmed but by the growers and by the universities. So that's why we can truly say that is really protected by Phytophthora. But what's about non-XDR genetic? Because here you can see on the picture in the middle of this slide, the Phytophthora can be transmitted by the spores, by the zoospores as well with the water, and can infect the plant. And of course, the best protection is the plant protection, is a plant protection system. And if you apply properly, and if you're able to know how to protect your plants, you're able to let the plants play better and perform better in your production and of course in the application later on. Here I would like to display how many diseases can infect the Catharanthus in general in nature in the production, but not all these infection agents are very dangerous for Catharanthus. Most of them can be found very seldom on the plants, but the most critical diseases is of course Phytophthora, Televiopsis, Rhizopus, Rhizoctonia, and Pythium. And we will talk today how to protect the plant from these fungal diseases. And please keep in mind, not only fungal diseases can infect the plants. Bacterial infections, mycoplasma, and viral infections can also affect the plants. But the fungal diseases, it's mostly easily curable. And other diseases can be, you can also protect your plants, but by the different way, not by the chemical. So that's why I will talk today not only about the chemical protection of our plants. And here on this slide, you can find how looks like infection, for instance, by the ester yellow mycoplasma. Flowers became green. It started to be a little bit, the petals start to a little bit curling. It sometimes bring double flowers. Sometimes it can sprout it in deformed stems. And so, of course, of course, I understand you don't want to get that kind of plants in your production. And let's go to get a knowledge how to protect your plant. Plant protection, it is not only chemical protection. It is the protection should be integrated. Many methods can be integrated in the protection, and the best protection is the integral protection, who contains 5 critical items I would like to mention here. It is agrotechnical protection or agrotechnical part of protection. Second one, quarantine. Third one, hygiene. Fifth one, chemical protection. And sixth one, biological protection. And let's start to go one by one. What's agrotechnic? What's agrotechnical protection? Here you can see on the picture, plants suffered by too high pH and little bit hungry. And here you can see in the trays some plants already dumped off because of fungal diseases infection. So to provide your plants proper condition, you can follow this table. Here I display the temperature, light intensity, day length, substrate pH, and substrate EC, fertilizer level mentioned in a ppm of nitrogen, and pK, suitable NPK rate for each stage, water pH, of course, water that using for watering, and moisture level. If you keep all condition in this rate, you can be confident 100% that your plant healthy. And if your plant will be healthy, their own strength, by their own immune system, because in general plant has their own immune system as a human, as an animal, and so that's and healthy plants can be protected by itself. And another critical items I would like to mention here, it is pH. pH can protect plants against the Phytophthora and Televeopsis. It's most dangerous infection by itself because spores or those spores of Phytophthora and Televeopsis able to germinate mostly in the pH above 5.9. So if you provide proper pH, you already will perfectly protect your plant. Let's go to next item, quarantine. And what the main things about the quarantine is all about to protect and to create isolation of your plants from the diseases and from the sources of the diseases. What kind of sources can be considered here? One, it is water. Because water able to care and able to bring spores from outside condition to your plant. Ready plants. If you produce a plants and you bring ready plants for other locations, that plants can be infected, and that plants can brought spores to your greenhouse. Substrate. Substrate, especially if the grower use natural substrate, natural or substrate derived from the biological material as a plant residuals. For instance, some of grower can use rice, fermented rice husk, or other biological material derived from the plants. It can also bear spores. So that's why please be careful about the substrate quality. All trays and materials, if you use formerly trays, pots, or the tables, or the plastic cover, or the plastic films for other plants, and not treated properly with the chemical, that also can bear spores, or sometimes it can bear even mycelium of the diseases, of the fungal diseases. And of course, people who not involved in production shouldn't come to the greenhouse. And of course, plant residuals. Residuals also can be cleaned out from the greenhouse, take out from the greenhouse as soon as possible. And all these methods, all these items, if you follow up how to say, to create this kind of border by this way, you will protect your plant already sufficiently, and it reduce application, it give you chance to reduce application of the chemicals and to reduce your damage. And of course, not forget about the create a gap, create another gap between the uh, ground of the greenhouse and the plant, because spores of Phytophthora can be transmitted but by splashing water from the from the bottom of the greenhouse to the plant. And let's go, what about the quarantine? Quarantine is, again, it is creating a barrier. And here I mentioned all the items should be and shouldn't be made during the plant production. People shouldn't back to the greenhouse if they care about young plants, and later on in the second part of the day, if they care about the ready plant, they shouldn't back to the greenhouse after that. And all materials and ready plants shouldn't back to the young plants again. Neither, if you apply non-XDR genetic, never repeat crop again on the same place before the treatment, or without, sorry, treatment. And since the plant went out from the greenhouse, they shouldn't back to greenhouse again. And of course, start with a clean material. Never use, especially for non-XDR genetic, never use repeatedly old material like a pots or like a trays. If you if you use a trays for Catharanthus, please use that. If you has the trays that already been used for other plants, please not use that for Catharanthus again. And another isolation, another item of the isolation, it is scouting program. Scouting program is very critical. Every day that you are coming to the greenhouse, please look at your plants and see any kind of things of diseases, any kind of damages of diseases. If you find some damaged plant, please remove the plant. If you see serious damage, if the plant damaged by Phytophthora or if the plant damaged by Telediopsis, it's better to remove not only infected plants and surrounded plants as well. It will help to interrupt transferring infection from infected plant to the healthy plant. And let's go to the next step, hygiene. We talked about the barrier. Again, quarantine is a barrier. It's what about the barrier? And the hygiene is a cleaning procedures. Let's start with the clean area and continue with the clean condition. This is a main sentence which help you to prevent spreading diseases and to prevent collecting the diseases in the greenhouse. Let's go to the disinfection library. This table will help you to understand which chemical you can use to protect your plants against bacterial and against the fungal diseases. Because the quarantine and hygiene, it's also perfect tool to overcome bacterial and to overcome spreading and overcome pressure of the bacterial and viral diseases. Because as I mentioned formerly, viral disease is not able to cure by chemicals in general, and bacterial disease is the same. Of course, sometimes you can think about, for instance, agricultural antibiotics but by the way, it is quite expensive and it is not always effective in practical condition. It sometimes cannot be effective. And let's go to the chemical protection. We talked about the quarantine, we talked about hygiene, we created best protection and best barrier which help to interrupt spreading of the bacterial and fungal, bacterial and viral diseases to the greenhouse. And here we will talk about the chemical protection. Chemical protection, of course, it is core protection which help us to really eliminate fungal diseases. I mean, all fungus which can be cause the diseases for the plant, like Phytophthora Telediopsis. And here I display in this table possible chemical can be used for each infection agent. Here I mentioned the most common diseases. Here more than 5 diseases mentioned, and for each and especially for the stronger diseases, I mentioned more than 4 chemicals. So this table will help you change the chemicals with the time of during the time of production, because one critical thing, one critical items in a chemical protection in rotation of the pesticides. Never use pesticides more than 3 times. Sometimes it's possible, especially if the pesticides, if the chemical contains more than 2 active ingredients, it's possible to use it 5 times. But in general, it's better to change after 3 applications, better to change active ingredient. It will help to avoid resistance fungal resistance against these kind of chemicals. And let's go to study how to apply chemicals in the practice. How to apply that? Chemical protection and chemical treatment, it's not only the spraying, because most of the growers thinking, oh, it's just common spraying. I can mix chemical with water and apply it on the plant, but it's not really true. The true, I show you step by step how it should be. First one, make spraying in the proper time. The morning and evening time is more preferable because strong sun can I mean the chemical more easily damaged plant, because the chemical is a poison. Is a poison not only for the fungal disease, it's also poison, not strong, but also poison for the plants. So that's why avoid midday and avoid hot temperature when you would like to apply the chemicals. And the proper temperature is 18-25 degrees Celsius should be in the location where you would like to apply the chemicals. Plant should be watered enough before treatment, because if plant a little bit thirsty, the tissues of that plant more easily to damaged by chemicals. Again, the chemicals is poison not only for the fungal diseases. So that's why keep it in mind. All chemicals which we apply to protect against fungal diseases and the pests, it also can damage the plant as well. Rinse the sprayer tank and pipeline properly. Sometime in the after previous application of chemical, rest of the solution can stay in the tank and in the pipelines of the sprayer. After decaying, especially in the hot temperature, the product of decaying, chemical decaying, can damage plant too much. Even bit more than high concentration of chemical by itself. So that's why the best practice is rinse and the both tank and the pipelines with the fresh water, and only after that, if you confident 100% your pipelines and the tank clear from rest of the chemical from the previous application, you can start to mix and to fill that with a solution. The second item, read instruction very carefully. Because concentration, if you made a mistake with the concentration, you in one hand you can application can be not effective as you expected. In the second hand, with a higher if you apply chemical with a higher concentration can damage the plant. It can kill not only the fungal diseases as well, and not only fungal diseases and the plant as well. So prepare water solution. Normal concentration and common concentration for most of the chemical is 1 or 3 grams water soluble granules per liter, or 1 or 3 milliliter of liquid suspension into the liter of the fresh water. This is a normal, but please again read the previous item, read instruction carefully. In the instruction, the concentration should be measured precisely for specific crop. So that's why the first items more critical than later. Mix solution properly. After adding chemicals to the water, it necessary, it need to be sure that you that you mix and that chemical spread in the water solution properly and efficiently. Only if you check solution is clear, solution is even the concentration, you haven't any kind of rest of the chemicals. Only after that you can apply the chemical. Cover plant by the chemical evenly. So it means make a good application, to make a quality application, high quality application, and avoid to miss area which not applied, which not covered by a chemical. And keep the plants 1 day after treatment. So it means after treatment, plant shouldn't be watered from the top. That area that been treated by chemicals, not allowed to for the entrance of the other people there, and not make other treatments after first chemical treatments. Next treatment can be applied and you can make the next treatment within 3-5 days after the first treatment. This is a normal time distance between a first and second application. 5 days is normal distance. And let's go to the phytotoxicity. Formerly, in a previous webinar, I mentioned the phytotoxicity, and now I would like to explain it in details. To check phytotoxicity, sorry, I not mentioned what is it. Phytotoxicity, it is toxicity of the chemical to the plant. I mentioned that chemical which can protect plant from fungal diseases, it can be poison to plant in the more higher concentration as well. So it also poison to the plant, but not strong as it bites the plant, not so strong as it can bite the fungal diseases. So that's why be careful about the concentration as well. And so phytotoxicity, it is toxicity to the plant, and to be sure that chemicals and in that concentration you would like to apply to the plants will not damage the plant. Please make a procedure to check phytotoxicity. Take few plants for that and keep it in a separate area. Later on, you can apply chemicals in a plant. Chemical you would like to apply for this type of the plants, and in a proper concentration you would like to apply to the plants. In the case, if the plant arrived and fungal diseases, treated, cured, you can apply this chemical on the entire on the other plants in your greenhouse. How to recognize the plant being cured from the fungal diseases? You will not see the spreading, and you see, for instance, mycelia on the leaves or scenes of mycelia will be killed and will be died. Yeah. And if other situation, if you see plant get damaged, in this situation, in this case, you should decline this chemical or decrease concentration. This how it should be. And in the second case, it's better to change a chemical or decrease the concentration and repeat phytotoxicity procedure, checking of the phytotoxicity again. And let's go to the biological protection. Here you can see the list of the biological agent which can also cure and which can also bite fungal diseases very effectively. And what's the benefit of this kind of treatment? Biological protection is not so poison to the plant as a chemical protection is one beneficial item. The second beneficial item, some of the biological agent can be combined with a chemical application, especially bacterial infection, but bacterial agent can be applied together with a chemical part of protection, chemical protections. So please not forget that that biological chemicals which based on the fungal agents like a trichoderma or glycladium, it's quite sensitive to the chemical agents, to the chemical protection. So that's why it's not possible to combine or apply chemicals right after biological protection application in the practice. And so it is possible use as a prophylactic treatment, because the prophylactic is one of the key integral protection. If you able to apply to protect your plants before infection, all infection agents came to the greenhouse, you can be successful and you will get a healthy statement of the plants for the long time. And I think in these items, in this part of our discussion, we can finalize our webinar. And please, if you have still have rest of the question, please you can ask your key account manager in your region, and please visit our site, Syngenta, www.syngenta.com, flowers.com. And if you have a question about the technical items, and especially about the protection, you can reach me out by WhatsApp or by my email. And I would like to say Happy New Year, because now we meet in first time after New Year, and I would like to wish very successful and very healthy season and very healthy year. Thank you very much. Michael, can you check? Do we have any questions in the chat?
Yes, I don't see questions in the chat at the moment. Please use the chat functionality at the bottom of the screen in case you have any questions for Ivan. Of course, Ivan is available through email after the webinar, as always. But feel free to take the opportunity to ask any questions for clarification. But I think in general it was quite a clear story again, Ivan. So thanks for that. In case there are no questions from the
Thank you.
attendees, then I'd like to wish everybody a very good production season and a very well day. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.